Most people hear about starting a company in Nauru and immediately assume it is complicated, expensive, or only possible for large corporations. But here's the truth no one tells you. The process is actually structured, predictable, and once you understand it step by step, you can legally set up a company in Nauru without confusion or unnecessary delays. But here's the real problem. Most failures do not happen because the system is difficult. They happen because people jump in without understanding the legal structure, documentation requirements, and compliance expectations. So in this video, you are going to learn exactly how to start a company in Nauru in 2026, step by step, in a way that is simple and practical. And stay with me, because in a few minutes I'll show you the one mistake that causes most business applications to get delayed or rejected without warning. Now let's begin with the foundation. Before you register anything in Nauru, you need to understand the types of business structures available. This is where most beginners make their first mistake, and that mistake can affect taxes, liability, banking approval, and long-term operations. In Nauru, business structures are generally straightforward. You will typically see sole proprietorships, partnerships, and incorporated companies. Each one serves a different purpose depending on your business goals. Let's break this down simply. If someone like John wants to open a small local shop or provide basic services within Nauru, a sole proprietorship might be enough. It is simple, fast, and low cost. But here's the downside. There is no legal separation between personal and business liability. If the business owes money, John is personally responsible. Now imagine someone like Alex, who wants to build an international consulting business or operate online services for global clients. In that case, an incorporated company makes more sense because it separates personal assets from business risk and gives more credibility when dealing with banks and international partners. Now here's where it gets interesting. In a minute, I'll show you how choosing the wrong structure can silently block your ability to open a business bank account or even receive international payments, even if your company is fully legal. Now let's move to the first official step. Step 1 is choosing and reserving your company name. In Nauru, company names must be unique and approved by the relevant government authority responsible for business registration. This ensures that no two companies operate under confusingly similar identities. So the process starts with a name search. You submit your proposed company name, and the registry checks if it is available. If it is approved, the name is reserved for your use while you complete the incorporation process. Now here's a mistake many beginners make. They choose names that sound creative, but are not practical for international business. For example, names that are too generic or too similar to existing global brands can cause confusion later when opening bank accounts or working with foreign clients. And here's a retention moment for you. In a few minutes, I'll show you how your company name can directly influence banking approval and even payment processing success. Now once your name is approved, you move to incorporation. This is where your business becomes a legal entity. To incorporate a company in Nauru, you need to prepare several key documents. These usually include the memorandum and articles of association, details of directors and shareholders, a registered office address, and your share structure. Let's simplify that. Your memorandum and articles define how your company operates. It includes your business purpose, internal rules, and governance structure. Your directors are the people responsible for managing the company. This can be one person or multiple individuals depending on your setup. Your shareholders are the owners of the company. If you own everything, you are the sole shareholder. Your registered office is the official address where government and legal correspondence is sent. Now here's where most people get stuck. They assume incorporation requires complex legal drafting or expensive legal firms. But in reality, most jurisdictions, including small island nations, use standard templates or simplified filing systems. The real challenge is accuracy and consistency. But here's the catch. Even small mistakes like inconsistent names, missing identification documents, or incorrect addresses can delay approval significantly. And this is where many applicants lose time without realizing it. The system is not complex. It is detail sensitive. Now let's move forward. In Nauru, Depending on your business activity, you may also need additional permits or licenses. This is especially relevant for industries such as import-export, retail trade, financial services, and certain regulated commercial activities. Now here's where it gets interesting. Many beginners assume all businesses follow the same rules. But in reality, Nauru applies stricter oversight in certain sectors due to economic and regulatory considerations. So identifying your business category early is essential before submission. Now once your documents are complete, they are submitted to the relevant authority for review. If everything is correct, your company is approved, and you receive your certificate of incorporation. This is the official legal proof that your company exists in Nauru. Now, pause here for a moment, because this is important. At this stage, many people believe they are fully ready to operate. But they are missing critical steps related to banking, taxation, and operational readiness. And in a moment, I'll show you what happens if you try to open a business bank account without proper preparation. Now let's talk about taxation. In Nauru, tax rules depend on business structure and activity. Compared to larger countries, the system is relatively simple, but compliance is still required. Now here's where beginners often misunderstand things. They assume small island nations mean no tax obligations. That is incorrect. You still need to comply with applicable tax laws and reporting requirements. So clarity matters here. Now let's add another layer. If you plan to hire employees in Nauru, you must comply with labor regulations. This includes employment contracts, fair wages, and adherence to local labor standards. Now here's a curiosity loop. In a few minutes, I'll show you how skipping employment compliance can create legal and financial risks, even if you only hire one part-time worker. Now let's move to one of the most important steps: your business bank account. Once your company is incorporated, you need a corporate bank account to operate professionally and receive payments. Banks will require incorporation documents, identification of directors and shareholders, proof of address, and a clear explanation of your business model. Now here's the problem many entrepreneurs face. They assume incorporation guarantees banking approval. But banks operate under strict compliance and anti-money laundering rules. If your business model is unclear or your documentation is inconsistent, your application can be delayed or rejected. Let's make this real. Imagine Alex builds an online marketing company in Nauru. If Alex cannot clearly explain how clients are acquired, how payments are received, and what services are provided, the bank may hesitate to approve the account. So clarity is more important than complexity. Now let's move into compliance and ongoing obligations. After incorporation, your company must remain compliant. This includes maintaining proper records, updating any changes in directors or shareholders, and submitting any required filings depending on local regulations. If you fail to comply, your company can be removed from the registry. And restoring it later is usually more expensive and time-consuming than maintaining it properly from the beginning. So consistency matters more than speed. Now let's talk about timeline and cost. Company registration in Nauru can be relatively straightforward if documents are complete. But delays usually happen when information is missing or inconsistent. Costs vary depending on structure, government fees, and whether you use professional services. But here's the key insight most people miss. The biggest factor affecting speed is not the government system. It is preparation quality and documentation accuracy. Now let's cover common mistakes. One major mistake is choosing a structure without considering banking requirements. Another is submitting incomplete or inconsistent documents. Another is ignoring tax and employment obligations. And another big one is assuming registration alone means you are fully operational for international business. And here's the mistake I promised earlier. Many entrepreneurs successfully register their company, but fail at the banking stage because they cannot clearly explain their business model or provide consistent supporting documents. Even a legally registered company can struggle if it does not pass financial compliance checks. So incorporation is only the beginning. Now let's bring everything together. To start a company in Nauru, you begin by selecting the right business structure. Then you reserve and register your company name. After that, you prepare incorporation documents and submit them to the relevant authority. Once approved, you receive your certificate of incorporation. Then you register for tax obligations if required, comply with labor laws if you hire employees, open a business bank account with complete documentation, apply for any necessary licenses, and maintain ongoing compliance through proper record keeping. That is the complete legal roadmap. And here's the most important takeaway. Starting a company is not just about registration. It is about building a structure that supports banking, compliance, and long-term growth. If you understand this process early, you avoid delays, banking issues, and legal complications later. And now you have a complete step-by-step guide to starting a company in Nauru in 2026 with clarity and confidence. If you found this useful, like the video, leave a comment about what type of business you want to start, and subscribe because in the next guide, I'll show you how to get your first customers even if you are starting from zero.